Yo, holy, what's going on back here? What is this? What's up, guys? How's everyone's day? Okay, we're good. We're good. Put that back in there. Ireland's Day. Man, that Russian globe, I can't change that now. That's stuck there. It's there forever, guys. You are wrong, sir. We're gonna use half today. So the other half that I didn't use yesterday. Yeah, just whip out a potato gun. That'd be unreal. Can't say I've ever made one of those though. I'm sure maybe a couple of you have. Seems like more of a guy thing. How's it going, Stella? It's true, oh Matt, it's true. Trust. I am good, my people. Okay, this piece of hair is just bugging me. I already told you I don't judge what you guys cook. I just hope to inspire you guys. Never judge. You know what? That's exactly what I had for lunch too, was leftover pizza snacks. So we're all good, I guess. Okay, we got this amazing fillet of salmon to work with that I picked up yesterday. Like, that belly on there is beautiful. So excited. A little bit of whiskey action today, I think. That's what we'll dress our carrots with. Ooh, pesto margarita. Yum. That sounds good, oh Matt. Cheese and onion pizza. And guess who's sick now? So I went through mom and dad and now it's Sam. So for anyone that's like feeling a little down with the weather lately, I'm gonna make up a little tea on stream as well today. It's just really simple. Ginger, lemon, and honey and some peppermint tea. But that's my little elixir that I usually make if someone's not feeling too well. Oh, I totally did, Mia. Sorry I didn't answer. I was just getting ready for the stream. Krill Pickin'. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. At least you got your bill half off though, Mia. Like, at least that happened, but I can't believe it took 2.5 hours just to eat your dinner and have dessert. So you were definitely right to say something. That as well, Stella. Yeah, such an insane server. They should try something else. They're not very good at it. It's called service industry for a reason, right? Especially someone like you. Obviously, you're going to be judging them and how they work, right? Because that's what you do. It's the same thing when I go out to eat. I'm totally judging the food. I mean, I try not to most of the time. I always go out with an open mind. I definitely have to say that. But sometimes you're just like, what is this person doing? Yeah, you have to call him out. You gotta stand up for that stuff. Oh, Matt. Meatless Tuesday. That's allowed, I guess. All of the thirst. Okay, has anyone in here made Colcannon before? It's definitely one of my favorite Irish things to eat. So good. Okay, I'm just gonna fill this up before we start because I know I'm gonna get a little thirsty today. Thursday. No, no, no. Don't be that dog, girl. You've never had it, Mia. Perfect. I love that. What? Vodka in the bottle. Yeah, we just have a straight vodka tap. Ugh, I think I would barf. Well, creme brulee should be cold because it has to be cold to be set. So it is a little bit different than like a warm custard, I guess. But the top part, like where they brulee it, should be a little bit warm. I don't know, unless creme brulee is different over there. I also had a funny dream last night, guys, so I'll tell you it quickly before we start. So I was dreaming that I was at this really weird hipster coffee shop somewhere. And they had these amazing donuts and they were almost closed. And I was like, I want that one. It was like chocolatey with like caramel crunch on it. That's all I remember. Then I got my amazing coffee and it was like so nice and foamy and frothy on top with the milk. And then they totally forgot my donut. And I was like, yo, where's my donut? And they're like, no, sorry, we're closed. I'm like, well, I see it right there. And they wouldn't give it to me, so I went behind the counter and grabbed it myself. I was like, I am getting that donut either way. So then I had to have a coffee earlier, which is why I'm super thirsty now. All right, guys, menu. Salmon with a dill cream sauce. Some Colcannon and roasted carrots. Crabby. I don't know how I'm gonna spice the salmon yet. I'm probably just gonna keep it really simple and season it with salt and pepper and let the rest of the ingredients kind of speak for themselves, especially if we're putting a sauce on it. And then the carrots, I'm gonna do a sort of a whiskey honey garlic glaze because I think that would be really, really delicious. Werecat. Sorry, this one is marinated. Stella, how did you know? I'm totally using capers. I mean, I do not think that's Irish at all, but I love my salmon with capers and dill. It's such a good combo. Yeah, exactly. But welcome to the stream, Krebby and Werecat. Good to see you in here. Always like to see new faces. So Krebby, it also says what I'm making in the title on the stream. The carrots are rotting. Not a chance. They're so nice. All right, so timeline for this meal, if you were to make it start to finish, should only take you an hour max. So obviously it takes me a lot longer to make it on stream because we like to chat and I'll answer you guys' questions. Ooh, good question. See, Mia? So capers are the bud from a nasturtium plant. I'll just put the name in chat so you can look it up. And before the flower opens, this bud is then picked off and put into a brine solution. So they're really salty and briny. Don't have like a ton of earthy-ish flavors or anything really fresh and green, but they're great to put with salmon or like dill and a cream. And they're widely used in Italy as well. So in a puttanesca sauce, something like that. They're really good with tomatoes. That is the cabbage for the Colcannon. So ingredients are going down. I usually estimate about 5 ounces of salmon per person. I think I'm gonna bake that whole fillet though on its own and then just cut the pieces off afterwards. Yeah, Stella, it's true. So this piece of fillet is 1.5 kilos. So we'll probably get a good 6 to 7 servings out of that, which is great because I always love leftover salmon. Especially when you cook it to like a perfect medium, it reheats really well the next day. Or just eat it cold, because why not? You eat at least 10. Yeah, Costco for the win. We did our big grocery shopping yesterday. Okay, so the sauce for the salmon, I would say about 1.5 cups of cream. And then some chopped dill and capers to go in at the end. What?
Mayo's getting bad.
Put my pinky on the oven for 4 seconds. 250 grams cost you $9. This whole fillet cost me $34. Oh, that sounds so good, Stella. Okay, for the Colcannon, I estimated about 5 really large potatoes. And then I'm only gonna use half of that head of cabbage. And we'll saute that up really nicely because I like my cabbage sauteed in butter. It's really delicious. Where, Cat? You're scaring me. What's there? Yeah, that's crazy, Omet. I have like 5 pages of stuff to go over with you guys before we even start. It's gonna be a really informative stream. I had fun doing all the research today. There's a fly. Brush that off. We good. Was it good though, Omet? It's okay for salmon to be expensive if it was really fresh and delicious. And for our Colcannon as well, I'm gonna do up some chopped green onions and probably a cup of sour cream and a little bit of butter, obviously. Yeah, get out of here, fly. And then for the carrots, I have about 12 to 15-ish carrots there. I'm gonna cut them down just a little bit smaller than what they are now, just so they cook really evenly. And then, like I said, I'm gonna do a honey, whiskey, and garlic glaze for them. And then that should caramelize up really nice in the oven. I feel like you wouldn't be able to type this well either if that was the case, though. Typing skills on point. Cutting carrots, though, that's another story. Okay, where is Annie's? I don't want to start all the fun facts until he gets in here. I know he's not lurking. Now you're just like fake terrible typing. I love it. Say, get your butt in here. I can start the little tea though first while we wait. We'll let a couple more people come in here and then we shall get started. Same with Tristan. What did he do? Go get his steak? Crazy kids. Okay, so for our tea, I usually do 1 whole lemon sliced, 3 packs of peppermint tea. I know it seems like a lot, but we're making a lot of tea here. And then like a really nice nub of ginger. Krebby, thank you for the follow. That's all, folks. So let's just slice our lemon up. Obviously take the ends off first so you won't get much flavor or juice out of there. Nah, we're not planking today. I don't even know if we have any cedar planks here, but we do have like cedar wood chunks that I'll probably use on Thursday when we smoke the pork shoulder. Ooh. And Stella, make sure that you go onto my channel page and get into our Discord. I'm sure you'll have a lot of fun there. Werecat with the follow as well. Welcome, guys. Do I have games on my phone? If Pokemon still counts as a game, I guess. Okay, let's just slice this real quick. Yo, we see you. We got you, bud. Obviously, we don't want to put stickers into our tea. Unless that gives added magic powers. I don't really know. I don't really feel like turning Sam into a mutant just yet, though. That's hilarious, Anies. I was. Well, I still am, just not competitively. Because screw that, I love food way too much. An instant ban. Okay, so there are our little tea ingredients here. That's all you really need to know. It's that easy. Holy, you guys were having troubles, hey? In the void, my boys. And we're just gonna fill our pot up 3/4 with hot water. Does Wowie? Who's Wowie? Yeah, I need you here. I need you for support. And to tell me if all of my facts are true or not. No, Stella, I don't even know what that is. Ah! Overflowing the pot. We're all good though. So this should probably make like a good 6 to 7 cups of tea. And we'll just put that on high and add our lemon and ginger. Do dark mode. Hi, Monocle. You know what, guys? On Thursday, I'm going to be switching all of my streaming over to my boyfriend's computer. So things should go a lot better. It's a water-cooled PC that we built together last year, and it works really well. So screw this little MacBook. It's holding me back. I'm done. No, I didn't start fun facts yet. We're good. Oh, Matt. And then we're gonna put like a really big spoonful of this glorious honey into our tea, because that's what helps coat your throat and stop you from coughing. And especially if you have a sore throat, it makes it feel not so dry. Computer thief, I know, hey. So like a good chunk like that. Don't be afraid. It should dissolve in a couple of minutes, but if not, just keep stirring it in. I know, I love honey so much. Thank those bees, guys. Yes, Panda. Woohoo! Killing it today. Yeah, you could also make this tea spicy if you wanted. Throw a chili pepper in or something. Alright, I'm just gonna give this one more stir. And then it can heat up while we do fun facts. Alright, so the wild Irish salmon features strongly in Irish mythology, and until the introduction of the euro, graced some of the nation's coin. So, with fish being one of the most abundant wild foods available to small island nations, certain species of seafood have moved from being poor man's food to luxury food over time. It was the 20p coin? That's so cool. Break out the CR. I don't know, man. Maybe. Not yet. Maybe if I get a couple new subs or something, we can sell you. And plus, Sam is really sick today, so we're definitely not going to the gym. So I might have an out there. So it may be said that the Irish don't behave as island people, since they have little or no history of exploiting the sea compared to the European partners. So bless those Irish folk for actually not overfishing our oceans. The salmon was known as the king of fish. Gaelic chiefs saved the prized possession at their feasts for the salmon, which they roasted whole over an open spit and basted with wine, onion, herbs. Yum. That sounds so good. Fish was one of the principal elements of the modest diet of 18th century Dublin and was consumed in large quantities. This was both because of its relative cheapness and on account of the religious observances of the majority of the population. The variety of seafood and freshwater fish available was remarkable and included herring, oysters, hake, haddock, whiting, turbot, trout, and eel. I know, poor Sammy. So everyone has been sick here so far except me. I'm holding strong, guys. The city folk favored bivalve mollusks, so oysters and mussels, while the country folk favored gastropods, like winkles and snails. Yeah, that makes sense, Anies. A lot of places here as well. All of us Catholics. Yeah, Tristan, totally. All of those drinks. The more prosperous members of society who ate seafood from choice rather than necessity consumed other shellfish, such as crab, shrimp, lobster, and scallops. So obviously all the expensive shellfish that we love today. Imagine not having IKEA, right? So we don't have an IKEA on the island here. We have to go over to Vancouver. But I guess that gives us a reason to go over to Vancouver, which is good. You kind of just make a good day trip out of it. Yeah. What? So they do have an IKEA. Isolated food items do not make an ethnic diet. The Irish have a long history of dairy products, or white meats as they were called, not to mention both the humble pig and the potato. There is no such thing today as Irish fish, only EU fish in Irish waters. Countries like the UK, France, Belgium, and Holland had established a tradition of fishing on Irish coasts long before the Irish fishing industry became properly organized. That's pretty sad, guys. The biggest disappointment concerning fish in Ireland is that the best of the Irish catch never sees the Irish table. The abundance of other foodstuffs clearly had a bearing on Ireland's historically low level of seafood consumption when compared to some of her European neighbors. So Ireland has all of this fish, and they didn't overfish it, but everyone else exploited them, and now most people in Ireland don't even eat the fish that used to be all around them. Yeah, I read so much about that, Amy's. I was like, what? I had no idea. So although pigs were always popular in Ireland, the emergence of the potato resulted in increasing both human and pig populations. The Irish were the first Europeans to seriously consider the potato as a staple food. By 1663, it was widely accepted in Ireland as an important food plant, and by 1770, it was known as the Irish potato. Oh, Matt. Okay, so corned beef is not an Irish thing either. That was made by Irish immigrants to America. And that was their play on, say, like corned lamb or bacon. So that is an American thing that most people actually think is Irish. I found that out too. The potato transformed Ireland from an underpopulated island of 1 million in the 1590s to 8.2 million in 1840, making it the most densely populated country in Europe at that time. Almost 20% of the land is devoted to farming, with less than 10% used to grow crops, and the majority of it used for grazing land for livestock. In the 1840s, the country's heavy reliance on potatoes led to the disaster known as the Irish potato famine. Sad. Most farmers grew one particular type of potato, which turned out to be highly sensitive to disease. A potato blight that started in Belgium swept the country, destroying 1/3 of the potato crop in 1845, triggering widespread famine. In the next 2 years following, 2/3 of the crop was destroyed. More than 1 million people died, and 2 million people emigrated to other countries. Oh my god, I love purple potatoes. That might have to be one of our emotes. As soon as the spread of disease stopped, the potato returned its place as the staple food in the Irish diet. Farmers then began to spray their crops with chemicals to protect them from disease. Really, Amy's? See, they didn't even write that anywhere. I'm glad you're here. Everyone needs to know this stuff. Did you guys know that carrots were originally purple and not orange? And that they were just, I guess, changed in their genetic makeup to always be orange because the purple freaked everyone out? I love purple carrots. You guys will see them this summer when I grow them. They are so good. Yep, and yellow ones too. Okay, our tea's not boiling yet. We're good. Irish households now buy an average of 125 kilos of potatoes a year. So this was just put out today because they just had like their National Potato Conference. I was Googling stuff and it's like 8 minutes ago. I was like, what? So comparing to a low in 2013, which they had a household average of only 103 kilos of potatoes a year. So 12 kilos less. Irish food is known for its quality and freshness of its ingredients, which is why most cooking is done without herbs and spices except for salt and pepper. So that's why you'll mainly find it to be, I wouldn't say boring, but just very plain, but at least it lets the ingredients speak for themselves. Like, I love cooking like that. If it's fresh, you don't need to add any spices or anything to it. Moogie Wata. Welcome to the Onion Fam. Good to see you in here. Yes, Tristan. Okay, Colcannon, also pronounced Colcannon in Irish, means white-headed cabbage. So we can kind of derive this dish to be more like cabbage focused than potato focused. Obviously early on it was more about the cabbage until the potato was taken over. It's a traditional Irish dish consisting of mashed potato, kale or cabbage, and any onion type of choice. So I'm going to use green onions today, but you could also use leeks as well. These facts are hilarious that you guys are posting. Okay, tea is boiling, so I'm just gonna throw in these 3 packs of peppermint tea and let that sit for a good couple of minutes. It's not super exciting, so I don't really have to switch the camera over yet. Oh, I'm not even done yet. I have one more sentence. An Irish Halloween tradition is to serve Colcannon with a ring and a thimble hidden in the dish as a marriage proposal. And then girls sometimes also filled socks with the Colcannon and hung it on their, I guess, doorknob. And whatever guy to walk into the door first was said to be their husband. Kind of hilarious. And that's it, guys. That was our fun facts. You put it in the barn brack too? That's cool. I'll have to make that another stream. I'll do an Irish stew of sorts, probably with lamb. All right, so first thing I'll do, I guess, is peel our potatoes, get those into the cold water. Yeah, Tristan, he's saving up. He's good. This salmon is going to be cooked. We're gonna keep it very nice and plain, just season it with salt and pepper, Moogie, and roast it in the oven, so whole fillet. I'll just do it on a sheet pan until it's medium, and then we'll make our dill sauce separately and pour it on top after. We don't grow many berries here, Stella, because we can pick so much anywhere. Like, all berries are wild here. So you just have to know the places to go pick the berries, and you can find pretty much anything you want. But blackberries are the most popular. Yeah, we're gonna do the 5 big potatoes and then half the head of cabbage. Yeah, you know Costco. You know it, Tristan. There's some things that you just can't change. And they always have really reasonably priced meat. Cool, Anies. So keep in mind when you're making the Colcannon to always use a bigger pot than you'll think you'll need, because we have to add the cabbage in here as well, right? So we don't want to overstuff it at first and then not have any room to mix anything in. Yeah, that was Mom. Oh, Matt, with the 9 facts. Okay, first thing we gotta do is peel our potatoes. Oh, and guess what, guys? We made a pretty good dent in the squares yesterday. They were so good. Jim. Myth number 1. Anies, are you still in Ireland? Or do you not live there anymore? Okay, let's get this tea out of our pot just so we don't overpower it. And I can also strain out the lemon and stuff too now. All of the flavors should be imparted. And then this is what it should look like, guys. Nothing very exciting, just kind of like a weird brown tea. But I swear it'll bring you back to life. Dang. I can get pretty cheap flights to Ireland, I think. You expected more to be gone. Yeah, we're being good. What? Okay, we have a ton of rock walls here too. I don't think I'm gonna put the camera down to show you guys peeling the potatoes unless you really want me to. But otherwise we can just keep chatting. Waiting for the fight. Always with these two. Always. It's true, Anies. When we meet newfies, we're usually like, what are you saying right now? Like, even we don't understand them. But I really do love the way that they talk. It's so unique. You posting a link of a newfie talking? Because that'd be amazing. Tristan, of course. You donated $10 to make lasagna. I'm pretty sure that covers at least half of the cost of the meal. So actually, thank you. I'm so excited to make that tomorrow. Honestly, I can't stop thinking about it. No problem, Omat. I'll whip it out one day. I will. It'll be in the form of an upside down cake of sorts. Pretty sure. Or maybe even a souffle. Just I'm scared if I make it, no one here is gonna eat it. They're gonna be like, what are you doing? What's up, Bran? No problem, sir. Gotta take care of my viewers. Sunshine, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Onion Squad. Yeah, Amies, that's my brother. He's trusted. Trusted source. Oh yeah, and bouillabaisse. Bouillabaisse March 1st. It's going down. Yeah, Tristan. These potatoes have seen better days. I'm sad. There's like almost as much waste here as the potato itself that I'm using. So I might go grab another one. Yeah, that's my big bro. I don't know either, Tristan. Okay, +1 for a potato. We needed another. Doggo still has like 45 minutes until she needs food. She can just chillax.
No, girl.
I would say Bran has thick eyebrows. Jim. I would choose caterpillars instead. Would you like some tea now?
Yes, please.
Okay, 6 potatoes ready to go. Where's your cup?
Need a new one.
Okay, we need a new teacup.
I'm sick.
He got the disease.
Oh, big baby beard.
I can't believe how busy your shopper you are. It's crazy.
Done.
Thank you.
I think there's still some of that in our bathroom, so
Is there?
we'll use the other stuff up too. Sammy the beard. And it's all about the eyebrows.
We got the children's.
Alright guys, let us dice up our potatoes. You can just do like a medium dice. I can turn the cam down. I know you want to see that. Oh, and this other thing that's here beside me too. I guess that's alright. Barry admits it. I believe that myth.
That is on fleek.
Holy. We got some crazy potato action in here. Like, what is going on here? Rotten from the inside? Holy. These potatoes. Can't do it. I don't think so, Tristan. But that was a good day. Good old Fridays. Who knows what's gonna happen now? I don't want to say anything bad about the potatoes because the famine is nothing to joke about. But these definitely aren't the Irish kind. Yeah, I got my little sous chef keeping me on par here. Okay, let's fill the pot up, or just cover the potatoes with some cold water. Don't fill the pot, that's a lie. Don't do it. Cold water so our potatoes stay together and don't start falling apart early. I think mayo status is good still, guys. Considering there's like 20 of us in here, we're doing good. Welcome everyone. Garlic mayo is the bomb. I like all flavored mayos, I think. Have you ever had bacon mayo though? That's a thing. So just covering our potatoes with the water, guys. We don't want to overfill that pot. And we can also add probably about a tablespoon and a half of salt into this pot. That way they're nice and seasoned. And I'm just gonna cover that up for now. Is there actually a county called Mayo? Mia, you don't enjoy bacon? Oh noes. That's so sad. How come? Maybe you just haven't had good bacon yet. You know what I used to do when I was little when I ate bacon is just pick off all the meat. And just like put all of the fat aside. That was the best part. I was such a weird child when I ate. Like, I was terrified of anything bristly or fatty. Unlucky taste buds. Man, oh Matt, I hope so. Maybe if we keep bugging her enough, we will. Holy. Okay, how should I chop my onions for the Colcannon? Just do maybe a small dice and then saute it up with the cabbage. I think it'll be best that way. I don't really think I want to julienne it because I don't want like stringy onions in my mashed potatoes. What's with the big Canadian bacon and USA bacon feud? I think the Canadian bacon thing is more of an East Coast issue than it is like a West Coast issue. Like you'll find Canadian bacon or pea meal bacon as it's called more in the eastern part of Canada. I mean, you can still get it here, but it's definitely not as popular. I wish Finn was here to enlighten us on this issue. But Canadian bacon is pork loin, so it's not pork belly. And it's prepped a bit differently, I would say, as well. But USA bacon, like, I don't know if we should call it USA bacon. It's just bacon. Just one is made with pork belly and one is made with pork loin. So one is lean and one is really fatty. So they both have two different, I guess, techniques that you would use them with, right? Okay, onion. It's onion time. Let's do small dice. I just cut out the little onion butt here, so I don't have to deal with that afterwards. And it's onion girl. What are you getting excited about? It's not cabbage time yet. Holy! Finn is in here. He was just lurking. Hello. How's it going? We've missed you. Don't do it, Posh. Don't do it. It's not what you think. Okay, there's our half onion. I'm just gonna pick up whatever I dropped. What's up? And now onto our cabbage. Yes, Finn. Okay, let's cut this guy in half. Don't be scared. Just let your knife do most of the work and gravity. Two cubes of butter. You're sick. You guys are crazy. Okay, and we're gonna cut out this core here. So I always just put a little triangle through the center of the cabbage. This one is pretty big, I have to say. Might be a little bit more difficult to get out. Is this pumpkin? No, this is a cabbage. And then we're just gonna push this core out. Like so. And there we go. And then here is our clean middle of the cabbage. Fun fact, doggos like cabbage cores. If we didn't know, now we know. Posh will let you know. She has experience. Careful, girl. You would eat raw bacon? You were a weird kid. Okay, I wonder if I can do the same technique on the onion as I did with the cabbage. And see if it holds together really well. Because I want to dice this pretty small. So just put your slits in. We're gonna go for a more medium dice here. That way our cabbage will stay together in our mashed potatoes when we mix it all together and it won't just fall apart and get mushy. Oh, Matt. Man, someone's gonna come into chat one day and like call the cops on us and be like, I think there's a murderer on Twitch. Let's keep our cabbage separate from our onions though, because we're gonna start the onions first and then saute the cabbage after. So don't mix them all together. But we're just gonna go along like this and hopefully this works like I think it will. So far, so good. We're just getting nice little cubes. And then obviously once we get to the end, I can flip it over and start dicing it. Just hear sounds coming from the oven. And I'll be like, guys, I finally went there. Oh, I loved that show when I was younger. CSI represent for sure. Now I'm gonna have this soundtrack song in my head all stream. Okay, there is our veg. Biggest question of life, Tristan, let's hear it. The shoulder, I don't know if that's accurate to say. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna leave these two things on this board and peel the carrots on one of the plastic boards. We're going green today. There shouldn't be too much of a pause in stream. I mean, we might have to do a little bit of work at first, but if anything, like max 2 to 3 days. But I'm sure we'll be moving on the weekend anyways, so I always take those days off regardless. We'll see, guys, we'll see. It's not set in stone yet, so don't get too excited. Yeah, totally a myth. Man, shoulders are probably one of the toughest pieces. Think about how much you use your shoulder every day. It's true, oh Matt. That's a fact. These are the craziest little carrots ever. How much was that bag? We got like 50 carrots for $8 from Costco. It's insane. And they're organic. Star-Lord. Why did you have to go there? You guys are terrifying. Would you like some onion with that intestine? Man, none of you in here would taste good because I know you're all skinny kids. So let's just get over that fact. Maybe Jim Jim, though. We could roast Jim Jim for sure. He'd be tasty. Nah, we'll spare Jim Jim. He's working hard. Bad manners, yeah. The worst manners. Okay, when I'm done peeling the carrots, I'll show you how Posh likes to eat the carrot peel because it's the greatest thing ever. It'll for sure boost this stream. At least a couple of viewers. Okay, it's nice and clean. We're good. It's like a perfect carrot peel. Okay, ready? Come here. Oh, snapping turtle, watch out. That's it. That's the entertainment. I'll three or one more though, just cause. Nom noms. Okay, let's cut our ends off of our carrots. Why cut the ends? Because those are the ones that touch the dirt and they're unclean. Well, plus I don't think anyone would like want to eat that part. You could peel it all the way to the end though if you didn't want to cut it off. There's that option too. I'm listening. Sometimes I just have to let you guys talk it out though. I'm focused.
No butts in the food, that's right.
What's the worst day in the gym? Like weekday wise? Lock Maze. Welcome to the stream. Hope you have a good time. Got a pretty solid onion squad here. It's true. Even the trolls were like, we don't have time for this. Worst day in the gym is probably leg day. I mean, if you stand all the time. But if you work a lot with your arms and like do computer work, probably arm day. I thought you meant like the worst day of the week to go. I would say usually Mondays. Because everyone always feels bad about what they ate on the weekends. Sounds good, Omat. Yeah, little do we know, this is what Omat actually looks like. He just made the emote of himself. Okay. How do I want to cut these? I think I'm going to do them on the bias. Go a little bit fancy. Fridays, though, are leg days. That's good. At least you have time to recuperate during the weekend. Oh, Matt's your son, Anies? Now you guys are just blowing my mind. It's true. Every time he's like 6 hours. Go to bed. I couldn't function like that. 8 hours or nothing. Well, our ingredients are definitely slowly disappearing on the other side. All right, cutting these carrots. So we're gonna cut them on the bias. Leave them pretty big. And just kind of switch it back and forth if you want to go like a little bit fancier instead of just doing rounds or something. Just keep in mind that like some of the ends of the carrots, like this one is almost double the size. So make this one a lot thinner than you would the other one because we want them all to cook at the same rate. We don't want any crunchy and or mushy carrots. Fancy carrots. Yeah, Finn. This cutting board is terrifying though, so I'm going slow. Tristan, that's a good one. Stay thick, Omat. See you soon. All right, Anies. You guys have a good night. They got their onion, they're good. Get out of there, carrot. So the one thing these little cutting boards are not good for is like sliding around. So I wouldn't recommend using them if you're a little bit scared with the knife. I can use the wooden board, just I don't want to mess any more dishes to put the onions and cabbage in something. So I'll just use this one because this is easier to clean. And then these are going to be put on a sheet pan as well as the salmon. It's all about saving time, guys. How are we doing? 3:41. No word from Francois yet. No, Stella. That's my one out. Sometimes. If I make a lot of dishes, though, I'll always help. It's true, Jim Jim. You just need to practice and be confident with your knife. Be like, I own you. You will not cut me. Okay, let's give this doggo another little snack. This is her appetizer. That's the arrangement, Tristan. That's not a huge amount of carrots. Do you think I should do a couple more? Or are we good?
Is everything else for 2 meals?
Yeah, ish.
Few more.
Okay, I'll go grab a couple more carrots. They're really small. 4 more. Did you see the slippers? No. You saw them? Never. Slippers of the day. Safety slippers. You want a 1 hour stream of just cutting onions? I'm pretty sure I wouldn't even be able to see after that. Just be crying the whole time. Jim. See? Get those goggles out. Safety slippers and swim goggles. Good to go. Chewing gum help? I don't think so, dude. Not that I know of. See, we're not allowed to eat gum in the kitchen because that messes with your taste buds, right? So that's not usually a thing. But she made it. How's your day? Did you guys just ask about her? Oh my god, Jim, I love that emote. Okay, carrots are done. Probably need this guy for the salmon. This guy for the carrots. Oh no, but that is so sad. Just to the soap or something. But you know what? It's kind of good that you didn't come back because my stream was down to like 9 frames a second for some reason. Let us rip off a piece of parchment for our salmon as well at this time. Oh, that's crazy. Hopefully we get 1 layer of carrots on here and they're not overlapping too much. That's the key to roasting veg. Nothing overlapping itself. And these will probably roast for a good 20 minutes in a pretty hot oven. So that looks good. I don't need to use a bigger pan than that. And we can now season them up. Should I do oil with the honey, whiskey, and garlic or butter? Butter?
Yeah.
Okay. Butter it is. Sam made the call. Okay, this is gonna be an interesting little concoction. Is it even a question, right? I was testing you guys. You passed. More butter. I'll just whisk this up in a little bowl then. Actually, I'll melt the butter first in a measuring cup. Yeah, brain power. Let's do a couple tablespoons here. Keep in mind, the fat is what helps your vegetables turn that really nice golden color. So never skimp on that. Sounds good, but we'll be here. Microwave cookery. Let's say 25 seconds for that amount. Tristan, you already had your quota for the day. Jim. Thick thighs. He's terrified. Perfect. All nice and melty and golden. Those morning buns at Starbucks look unreal, actually. Ours don't look that good here. Okay, how much whiskey? You can't just say all of the whiskey. Maybe I'll measure this. Probably only do about an ounce. Cheers, my friends. And now the honey. Take a shot. Not yet. Not till we get a new sub at least. We did get quite a few new followers though so far, which is great. Look at, now we're at 5,450%, guys. Now she's having an apple snack. Okay, let's do about like this much honey. It's probably just over a tablespoon. We don't want to make it too sweet because carrots are already sweet, right? See, Jim, that would probably be all right. Because at least the onion flavor would be dulled out by the whiskey. Holy, that's brutal, Sky. I feel bad for you. The hit and runs these days are just out of control. Like, why do people think they can get away with that? At least you're okay, though. Okay, so here's our little concoction. Tastes good, guys.
It's halfway to a rum hottie.
Yeah, we're almost halfway to a rum hottie. Just need to pour some of the tea in there. And I almost forgot about our garlic. So let's smash 2 cloves into that. And then I can just pour that over the carrots. Yeah, that's crazy, Stella. Ridiculous. It's almost like everyone needs a camera on them these days. Just to catch all the stupid people. Tristan. You need that Dexter knife kit, just let me know. Okay, give that another little stir. Oh, that smells really good. Okay, so just try and pour this as evenly over the carrots as possible. We can also toss them around a little bit after just to coat them really well. And then this is gonna turn into happiness. They smell really good, Finn. I don't know, I've never made this before. This is just me being creative. But these are missing 2 things, guys. What is it missing still? You should know this. Butterfingers for sure. That was a good answer, Jim Jim. Stella and Bran, you got it. Lemon pepper. Holy Tristan. One of these days I will make something with lemon pepper on it just for you.
Fish sticks.
Yeah, fish sticks. Good old fish sticks. So I'll probably put about a tablespoon of salt over this. That should contrast really nicely with the honey. Maybe a little bit less. Let's say 2 teaspoons total. Because always keep in mind, you can never go back with salt, but you can always add it. So better to be safe than sorry. My God, are these the little guinea pigs? I have to see. I just love their little noises. Eat your greens. Totally little furry potatoes. Adorable. Okay, carrots are done. Let us move on to our salmon. Nanachi. That's a cool name. Midian Nanachi. Smells good, guys. I don't even know if this whole thing is gonna fit onto this sheet pan. Like, this is a huge salmon. We got some overlapping issues currently. Should we just cook it like that? I'm just gonna trim this end piece off. Throw that in like, let's say a couple minutes before it's done, just because it is so thin. It's gonna cook faster than everything anyways. Then we should be good. Looks unreal though. This part is the best part. So much fat and flavor. And this is an Atlantic salmon, guys. So it's always more fatty because they swim in cold waters. And they eat 1 cup of veggies. That's quite a bit. Nah, no bartering on the docks again. Sell the salmon butt on eBay. This fillet butt, it's 1.5 kilos. It costs $34 Canadian. Oh, I gave the fish a pretty nice massage. And I really like working with this because you don't have to add any fat at all. It has all the fat in there. So you'll find that this fish also sears up really nicely. Keep in mind this thinner part of the belly is not going to take as much salt as the thicker part up here. What is minimum wage in Canada? It varies per province, but they're trying to bump BC up to 15. Oh, I know, Stella. Don't even go on there. It's too good. Okay, our salmon is dressed, nice and simple. We'll let it speak for itself. And then douse it in a delicious dilly cream sauce after. Okay, next up, last thing actually, is just our herbs for garnish. So the green onions are for the Colcannon, and then the dill is for our cream sauce. Yeah, Tristan. Do they have chicken wings where you are? Oh, who's this? OFSGO, welcome. Thank you for the follow. They have pasta at your Costco? What? We don't have that here. Yeah, you did, Bran. Okay, did everyone eat pizza today? Because that's what we had for lunch too. I think 3 green onions will be enough. I don't want to overpower the Colcannon. I still want to taste the cabbage and stuff. Oh my god, Wagyu tri-tips. Just watch the quality on it, Stella, because we got Kobe at Costco in Vancouver, and honestly, it wasn't too much better than the ribeyes that they have there. So just be really sure of what you're getting, because we found that their higher quality of beef wasn't actually that good. Monocle, split pea soup. Yeah, the Wagyu might be different. But that sounds unreal. I love tri-tip smoked. Remember when we did that, Sammy? That was like one of the first things we did. Hello? Who this? See how crazy this cutting board is? Terrifying. This is how I practice knife skills, guys. Just use a crazy cutting board and then you have to be good. Just don't lose any digits. They're like, no one else can see this Wagyu. Stand on a skateboard. That would be hilarious. Does anyone remember when Superstore used to have their rollerbladers in the store? That was epic. Epic grocery store tending. Jim. Terrifying. Okay, let's do like this much dill. I think that's enough. Probably like a third of the pack. We don't want to overpower our salmon. And let's just take off our ends. Tristan. That's a good one. Imagine just no one talks in chat for the rest of the stream. It's like, you get what you asked for, Tristan. Yeah. We have to talk. That's why we're here. Look at this crazy chopping. Yeah. Woohoo! Let's go pretty fine on the chop here. That way we'll get the most dill flavor into our cream sauce. You know what I'm thinking? I'm probably gonna use the onions for the base of the sauce and then strain them out after. Because I already have the green onions going in the Colcannon. We don't need to double up. Because the sauce is always so much better when you do onion or shallot to start with it. But that way we'll get that like really nice sweet onion flavor without having the chunks of it. So we want our sauce to be really nice and silky as well. That would be a little bit difficult, Stella. You could try cold smoking them. Okay, cold smoke and then confit them. Do it. Marijuana lasagna. Have you ever seen Nona Marijuana on Bon Appetit. Hilarious. That's what I thought of when you said that. Just put the onions in the trash. They're not needed. Okay, look up Nona marijuana. It's on Bon Appetit. Amazing. She's hilarious. She doesn't actually use the herb either. She just cooks with it for people. Okay guys, that is pretty much all of our prep for now. I guess I can take some of the capers out that we're gonna use. Just a few. That'll balance out our really creamy sauce and make it not quite as rich. And I might as well give those a little chop as well. These are even more difficult. Do it. Watch it later. So entertaining. I know, she's so old. Okay, here is our lineup of all of our goods. And it's only 4 o'clock, guys. Okay, our salmon is good still. I guess I can get all my pots and pans out. Wrap up my extra cabbage. I'm gonna use this other half on Thursday when I make the slaw with the pulled pork. And I also have a purple cabbage for that. Good to go. Nope, no fennel. I chopped up some dill for our cream sauce. That's nuts, Tristan. I'm pretty sure there's anything you want to find on YouTube. Okay, but have a great night. Thanks for stopping by as always. You know I'll post the meal on Instagram later so you can check it out. Tide Pod glazed salmon. Terrifying. Just terrifying, you guys. Like, why did that even become a thing? Yeah, she does. Do you think I should garnish the salmon with a little bit of lemon zest too? We could do that. Then it would be really fresh and delicious. Lemon pepper. I said zest. Yeah, can we start diesel drinking as a new trend as well? Okay, garnish of lemon is live. That was 2 years ago. Jim. Okay, honey can go away. Whiskey can stay. That's all right. And for the cabbage, probably use this guy. It's a new diet fad. Biodiesel. Get this tea out of here. Okay, this can go here. We're set, guys. We are set. He died, so no loss. All right, guys, we have some time right now if we wanted to add in any requests as well with my peeps. On Friday, I get to pick a meal out with the top donator of the week, and then that's probably going to be you so far, Tristan. Actually, no, you'll have yours on Wednesday, and then whoever is the top donator by Friday, because that's the end of my week, we'll get to pick a meal together, and then their name will go in the title of my stream that day. And then we'll also pick the top cheerer. Hopefully they'll be in chat that day, and they get to make a meal request as well. I think that's going to be like my little incentives so far, but if you guys have anything else, by all means, speak up. Soon to replace coconut oil. Yeah, totally. Add some cheese. Cheese to what? Yeah, I don't have anything planned yet for next week. We're all open. Garlic and parm. I put the garlic in with the honey, butter, and whiskey, but parm would be good as well. Jim. Burgers would kill you. There would just be like tears running down your face. The cheer is what you use with your bits, Tristan. So on your profile page on Twitch, you should be able to buy bits. And that's something that Twitch uses as an incentive, but it costs like 1 cent per bit. So it's equal with currency. I would totally be down to do burgers again on stream. We could do like stuffed burgers with something.
Let's do like turkey burgers or something.
Or turkey burgers. We can do healthy burgers for you, Jim. Because turkey's not that fatty. Holy Tristan. So that's $10 then. Okay, I'm writing turkey burgers down for Jim. Emu burgers. I don't know if I'll be able to find that meat. I love stuffed chicken. With like spinach and cheese and stuff. Finn with all of the no. So I gotta drive out to Dunkin' to get emu meat? You're crazy. But how am I gonna grind it? Ooh, Stella, that sounds delicious. Okay, I'm writing these things down. I do love cooking with bison. Yeah, that's a good combo too. Buffalo with blackberry. I actually do have some blackberries frozen here that I have to use up. That could be a thing. I'll just have to watch the price of it. Hopefully it's not too expensive. 1 hour. Okay, we'll start cooking in a little bit. How far is Whistler from me? From the islands now, it takes like 3 hours to get over to Vancouver. And then
3 hours. How about an hour and a half?
with travel time and stuff.
Well, yeah, maybe.
So 3 hours. And then from Vancouver to Whistler, I think is about an hour and a half or 2 hours. So let's say 5 hours. So it's quite a trek. But I would love to go up there again. I've only been there in October. Well, Whistler is the place, but yes, it is a huge ski resort. Massive. It's really beautiful though, I have to say. $1996. Holy. I was 5 years old. All the way back.
Yes.
Spaghetti squash? Yeah. I've been thinking about that actually. Do it as like a little pasta kind of with tomato sauce. Stuffed spaghetti squash. I love spaghetti squash. Jim, you gotta suck it up. I'm gonna do burgers. It's happening, but we'll do like healthy turkey burgers. Yeah, I know how you love pasta. All of it. You're getting it tomorrow. And I just did it on Friday. No, you won't suffer. You'll be okay. Believe me, turkey burgers aren't bad. Emu burgers. Okay, let me see this. ALM Organic Farm.
I know where that is.
For you, Finn, I'll look it up. Well, I'll write all the stuff down, but it doesn't mean that I'll make it for you. Of course I'll take all your requests. Just, it won't be featured for you when I make it, is all. Coconut pie. Yum. Coconut cream pie. Love it, Monocle. Line the crust with chocolate.
Oh, yeah. Can I do that one with you?
Yeah? Oh, Mama says she wants to do that one with me. Now we know. Cheesecake's always good. We could do like mini Oreo cheesecakes. I have so many Oreos, guys. That way I have to use up. Yeah, she got so excited. She's like, we need to do this. Okay, this farm doesn't have a lot of info on their thing. I'm digging deeper. They don't even list the emus on there. Crazy stuff. Wrigley Farm, though. Do coconut pie on Thursday? Well, we still have the whole pan of the stuff that I just made yesterday. Night, night, Jim. Thanks for chatting with us. See you soon, my man. Stella, you are sick. Oh, you're fine, Tristan. You're good. I know no one's in here, hey? You still got Stella and Monocle. We're good. Okay, what time did Francois message at? Like 4:15? Yeah, you're only sick in the head. I love key lime pie. I'm pretty sure they have... Oh no, they usually have Meyer lemons at Costco.
No, he'll be an hour from now.
Yeah, they're here. Stuffed portobellos. That's a good one too. Portobellos are so underrated. I really do love the texture of them when they're roasted or grilled. Either way. Or even in a burger, that's good as well. They're nice and meaty. Can definitely say that. Okay, let's see if I can find these emus. I love making sodas, Stella. I don't do it often though. I'm not a huge fan of like San Pellegrino by itself, but definitely mixing it stuff like that, it sounds so good. It's true, Bran. Especially when it's doused in cheese. Just because it has that texture still, like, my veggie burgers that I made were good, but they fell apart so easily. And just didn't have the same mouthfeel as eating a proper burger made of beef. Yeah, more cheese, always. Do it. Different types of fritters or donuts. We'll have to get out the deep fryer for that one. £2 to 3 pounds of Swiss cheese? You are crazy, sir. I'm just gonna take a quick photo for my social media while we're chilling, guys. Trying to up my game. I'm not just playing on my phone. Savory fritters. Yum. Like the stuffing fritters that I made at Christmas. So good. Cheese is always good as a snack, sir. Don't even feel bad about that. Especially if you're skinny. Who cares? Eat up. Okay, I'm still trying to find these emus, Finn. Everything deep fried. Deep fried stream. Oh, we might be in luck. Get giant prawns, yeah. Kebabs, right, Monocle? Like, no one does donair out here.
We're gonna do a donair stream.
Let's do a donair
How to
stream.
do it.
Good old donair stream. We'll make the meat ourselves and everything. I wish I had the little, like, spit machine that would roast the meat for us. You can't beat that. Hey, Mikkel. What is up? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Onion Squad. I know, Finn. Donair stream. It's gonna be lit. That's how you know you're Canadian. Wow, so I'm looking at this one farm right now. It's called Silver Cloud. They do a weekly box of veggies for $20. And in the summer you get salads, tomatoes, broccoli, beets, strawberries, beans, and zucchini. That's a lot. And you can also pick your favorite veggies if you don't like some of those. But they didn't list any meats of any sorts, which is weird. Why can't I find this, Finn? Caleb. Kit Kat Snip Snap. Love it. Nah, we ain't cooking up any dope today. No dope in the crock pot. Welcome to the stream, though. always good to see new faces. Okay, I can't forget to write down this deep fried stream. It's gonna be epic. Cooking Coke. A dream of emu burgers. Were they fabulous? I'll probably be able to source it in the summer though when I start going to the farmers markets. Yeah, it's like Breaking Bad over here. It's usually a couple seconds behind Caleb. On Thursday, it's probably going to change a bit. We're going to do a little computer upgrade. Just pretend I'm a little mime or something. But other than that, you're all good. Wheatgrass shot stream. I mean, there's worse things in life, Stella, for sure. Like, ask me to cook anything with liver, not a chance. Oh, it's actually an apron, my dude. It's an epic apron. Made by one of my wonderful friends in Vancouver. Wow, Stella. Check them out. My friend actually sent one of these aprons to Jamie Oliver, and he wore it on one of his shows on TV. He's getting pretty big, but he started the whole company himself, and I'm really proud of him. My boyfriend and I are some of the first, I guess, chefs to wear his aprons. We give him a lot of support. And he was also nominated for one of the top businesses or entrepreneurs in Vancouver this year as well. He's been killing it. But he also does like custom vests or leather jackets, totes, really anything that you want. Why do I look so angry? I'm sorry, it's my eyebrows. I can't help it, Doc. I was built this way. Yeah, Tristan, I don't really remember them. Oh, I guess, yeah. They probably had like a really nice coating on theirs though, so they didn't get fish juices all over it. They are beast mode. I haven't worn one out yet at all, and I've been using them for a solid 3 years. The apron's built like a brick host, or the host? Sorry. Sorry. It's so true, Finn. Every time. Okay, so we pretty much filled up this piece of paper with requests, guys. So I think we're good for a bit. Definitely some good stuff in there. Yes, Caleb. Yeah, I know, we're not doing too much cooking yet. I'm gonna start up in a bit. All I've done is prep so far. I'm just waiting on one person to come home. But I don't want to cook all the food and have it cold by the time they eat. So we're just gonna have little chatty chats while we wait. They can eat cold food. Never. No one deserves to eat cold food. Guys, the beard and Kush are passed out. They gone to the world. They eat the cold food, but do they deserve to? No. Yeah, we got microwaves. We do. But that's overrated. Plus, it's only like 4:30. It's not really dinner time yet. Yeah, Finn. They don't work well in our igloos. Come on. You have to know about microwave cookery in order to eat good food coming out of that thing. If you guys want a little lesson, always turn the power down to like 0.5%. Yeah, Tristan, I am. We're car people for sure. Bran used to race a Blazer that he did up, but it's currently in pieces still, so sad face. I mean, we can mention microwaves because a lot of people do use them. Just they always use it on full power and then like cook the crap out of their food. So always use your little like power level function and turn it down to at least half. I know it takes a little bit longer, but it works so much better. Yeah. Rando's name is Brandon. That's why I call him Bran. Brother Bran.
Here we go.
Sometimes Raisin Bran. Good old days.
Here we go. It's gonna be truck,
Yeah.
truck.
Here goes the little truck, car
Stream, yeah.
chat. And I'm okay with that. I'm so used to it. What's a poo joke? Kit Kat? No. Nothing, like, I don't even think I really had a nickname. Kate?
That stupid kid of yours.
Yeah, stupid kid. Raisin Bran. Do you actually hear it, Stella? That's amazing. I know, it's happening. Let's see. You're fine. You're fine. They're over there. They're over yonder, guys. They're set up. We're good. He needs his nappy. He's sick. I love that you guys can hear him snoring. That's the greatest. Busted. That's the best background music ever. I guess my tea put him to sleep, right? There wasn't even anything special in there. Caleb's like, what kind of stream is this? I thought this was a cooking stream. Yeah, sometimes cooking stream. Yeah. He's all drugged up. Okay, 4:45. We will cook at 5 o'clock. So 15 more minutes. Because all of this stuff should take about half an hour to cook, max. Potatoes boil within 20. Those are good. The salmon and the carrots, because we're putting both of those things in the oven and they're big, probably will take a good 20 minutes as well. Maybe a bit longer. And then we'll do the cream sauce while everything is going and call it a day. So like I said, this shouldn't take you more than an hour to prep and cook. But yeah, so far we'll be on together for like a good 3.5 hours. Which is fine. You guys still learn stuff, I know that. And I learn from you. Am I really organized? Yeah, Caleb. So I was previously a chef for the last 7 years. Just got out of it at the end of 2017. So I'm fully trained. I went to school and everything, and definitely very organized when I cook, which is kind of why I have everything laid out like that. That is called mise en place. And that's a French term that means everything in its place. So that's pretty much the first thing that you have to do when you go to work in a kitchen, is you always want to be organized and know where everything is, because sometimes you get slammed and you don't want to be like rushing around to find stuff. See, Caleb? That's nutso. Nah, I ain't no Michelin chef, but I have eaten at a couple Michelin restaurants in Europe. So good. Really, really crazy experiences. Mise en place. You've gone to French Laundry. Amazing. I went to Bouchon in Vegas for brunch. It was so good, Stella. Most expensive brunch ever, but it was worth it. That's the greatest question ever, Tristan. Well, there's probably like one head chef in the kitchen that makes about $18 an hour, let's say. I would hope, at least. If they're getting paid more than that, I'll be upset. And then the rest of the cooks are usually getting paid around 13 to 15 an hour. So not high at all. That's awesome, Caleb. I mean, it's such an important skill that I think everyone should know how to do. Because at the end of the day, if you take away all of your technology, take away your house, you don't need a roof over your head to live, but you always need food to be able to sustain yourself. It's like the simplest pleasure in life is eating good food, and especially when it's with awesome people. See, Caleb? But you could live without that stuff. An outside cooking stream, for sure. For sure, Tristan. In the summer, we'll do grilling streams all the time. It'll be a blast. That's an upset doggo. Those neighbors, I tell ya. What are some of the things you've made recently, Caleb? I know that's the worst part. Dishes are always the worst. Hopefully you have a dishwasher. Will you see the neighbor? Maybe, Tristan. What? Caleb, we're making lasagna tomorrow from scratch. I'm gonna do the noodles and everything. Don't worry, guys. It won't take as long as the ravioli. I'll probably mix up the pasta ahead of time, like half an hour before. Let it rest and then be able to roll it out right away on stream. That way we're not put behind at all. Carrot and coriander soup. Yum. Those all sound so good, dude. Well done. If you go back to my Friday stream, Caleb, I go through the whole thing of making the pasta dough and rolling it out, and we made ravioli. Tristan, I was gonna ask if I can put in a layer of the mushroom ricotta filling from the ravioli into the lasagna, because I have some left over. You demand it. I love it. I'll try to get her on. I'll try my best. Ravioli, spaghetti on a plate. Yeah, I have like this much extra filling left over from the Rav. So I thought that would be a really good addition for at least just one layer. It's not going to overpower the like bolognese sauce at all. Oh, we're doing a red sauce. Speaking of, we still have to find fresh basil at some point. There was a shortage here the last few days on the island. Like, nowhere had basil. This is called a hood vent. So you have to have that above all of your stoves when you're cooking, because that's what vents out all of the hot air and takes up the oil and stuff as well. It's illegal not to have that. You don't have one. You're in trouble then, sir. I am scared for you. Just make sure you don't light anything on fire then. You're risque. Do you know Vaders then, Caleb? Twin Vaders. Basil aquaponics, for sure. For sure. Man, herbs are some of the easiest things to grow. You can even do it inside. Oh my God, look who came in. Julia! Bonjour, mon amour. How are you? Greg is here. Hi, Greg. What is up? Did you guys have a good day? Wee wee. Oh my god, we're starting cooking in 7 minutes. I believe it, Jules. I believe it. Please tell me you're cooking dinner together. Siva. Yes. Yeah, we'll chat after stream for sure. I need to know how your day went. Let's cook. Well, I already prepped the salmon. Just salt and pepper. I know you guys missed all this. Oh, he's so lucky he gets leftover ramen. And then the carrots are cut up and tossed with a honey, whiskey, and garlic butter glaze. And then my little herbs chilling over there are some green onion and dill and capers. And then I also have some cabbage, which you can't see, but I can show you. And onion on the other board. And the cabbage is for the Colcannon. And the onions are for the cream sauce. And then all of my potatoes are already in this pot right here. I just have to turn on the burner. I know it's gonna be so good. We don't get too many days below freezing. This has actually been pretty much the coldest spurt so far this year. And yesterday it was -7. But other than that, like all of our succulents are outside all year. They live fine. And the cold snaps don't usually last too long. Yeah, we live in the rainforest. So much rain. No, I have to heal him back to life with this food. We should be good. We'll let him rest though. Hopefully he's not snoring too loud back there. I love how you guys can hear that. Heavy breathing. So Posh and Sam are having a nap on the couch in the background. Yeah, that's Sam. He got super sick. So everyone in the house has been sick the last week except me.
Oh my God.
So hopefully I'm good. I'm gonna make it through this, staying healthy. Really, Tristan? Okay, apparently I got 20 minutes till Francois is home. So I can start. Let's do this. Just gonna turn this down a little bit. And then obviously adjust my other camera above the stove. No, the papaya didn't save them. Yeah, Sam woke up, he was dying today. But I made a really good, like, gingery lemon tea. Okay, first things first. Take care of this guy. Boom, boom. Okay, so potatoes are in here with cold water and some salt in them. So let's bring those up to a boil. You'll want to start that on high as well. Huh, so we have a pretty similar climate then, hey Stella? Rainy, rain, rain. Oh, the parents are better already, Tristan. Now it's just Sam. But Posh will take good care of him. 2.5 inches, that's it? That's nuts. That's true, yeah, you would get a lot of snow. Whereas we do not. And we'll also have to start our oven. So let's go pretty high here. And do 425. Just because we're putting 2 really full trays in the oven to roast, we want to keep our temp up because those things are cold. So it's going to push the oven temp down to begin with. So we don't want to start it at a lower temp than we think we need. And we can also start to saute the cabbage up for the Colcannon, and then that can just chill in the pan once it's cooked because we're gonna mix it into the mashed potatoes after. Yeah, Tristan, he totally did. And you know to who? Francois. He's Francois' apprentice right now. And Julia, if you're not understanding that, the stream calls my dad Francois. And Sam is Barry, and Mom is Betty. I'm actually in Souk, Stella, so it might be a little bit different than Victoria still. So let's do our cabbage in this big pan back here. You'll want a pretty high heat on it because we do want to get a little bit of color on the cabbage. I love when it gets a little bit charred. Betty Boop. Oh my God, now you have that song in my head. Let's start with a little extra virgin olive oil for our cabbage. Keep in mind, we don't want too much because our mashed potatoes are going to be rich as well. And then once the cabbage is done, I'll start the cream sauce. Did I get a shower cap? No, not yet, Finn. We should be good today. No fire. It has begun. Oh yeah, that's like one of my favorite emotes to use. Little sneaky devil. Just burn it down. Oops. Well, we want to sell it as is though. I would feel pretty bad if my dad made this beautiful kitchen and I burnt it down. Flambe. Flambe the whole house. Just douse it. Nah, maybe the neighbor's house though. Ah! I can't do it, guys. I can't. He's not here yet, Tristan, but he's on his way, which is why I'm starting to cook. Oh, Caleb, they're interesting. They like to start radios outside at like 5:30 in the morning and let their dog bark all night. They're not the smartest people, but you definitely can't pick your neighbors all the time. Yeah, that's what I've been told. Whip out my little Dexter knife kit and we're good to go. I don't know though, cannibalism isn't trending yet, so I'm a little on the fence on that. Okay, so we're gonna wait for our oil to get hot in our pan before we put the cabbage in. How do you tell if the oil's hot? Well, it's gonna start to dance a little bit. So instead of it just looking like one even layer in the pan, it's gonna start to get little squiggles in it. In Japan, oh my god. What is trending is 420. That is definitely trending. Just wait till August until it becomes legal in Canada. I don't even know what to expect. I really don't. We can. There are, like, in our little town, there are 3 dispensaries. But we just came from Vancouver, where there's pretty much a dispensary on every corner. No joke. 3%? Crazy. Yeah, all you need is an ID here. It's cool. I just hope that people don't abuse it too much. Okay, oil's dancing. Let's get our cabbage in there. So I just diced this up earlier. The pieces are pretty large squares, but I don't want it to fall apart when I mix it in the mashed potatoes. Yeah, same here, but the potency was a lot lower than it is today. Give this a little stir, get it nicely coated in the olive oil. And that will probably take a good 10 minutes to cook. Oh, exactly. I wouldn't trust anyone that sells it anymore, except for a dispensary. I have no idea. No idea, guys. Did I play with Victoria? Greg, I might have. I'm just gonna mute the mic, so I'm gonna say someone. Yeah, totally did, Greg. I just had to ask my mom. She says yes. Glory days for sure. I love when the cabbage gets all blistery. Victoria's my mom? No. That's someone's sister. The sister. By the way, my 2 newcomers, don't forget to hit that follow button up top. That way you'll get notified when I go live. And you won't miss a thing. Also, I'll be one step closer to hitting my goal. Yeah, and one step closer to having to take a bite out of a raw onion. Terrifying. Caleb, if I get to 15 subs, I'm gonna bite out of an onion. It's gonna be a thing. Because like half of my viewers are obsessed with onions, but I love them, so I'll do that for them. Because they've supported me since day one. We're going a month strong already. Eat half? If I can find it, I'll get the Walla Walla. Because it's so much more sweet. I probably would not choose red. Not a chance. White onion all the way. But I'm not one of those people that can just eat onions like apples. I can't. Make her eat the other half? That's terrible. I would eat radish whole. I love radish. So good point, Stella. I can't wait for all those spring radishes. So good. Just wait till we do like a pickle stream as well. I'll teach you guys how to pickle like everything. Yeah, rutabaga. I think it's rutabaga, but close enough. I know what you're talking about though. I really, really like rutabagas. Yeah, all of the pickles. Okay, that was the oven yelling at me to put the food into it. So I'm just gonna stir up this cabbage and then put our stuff in. You can definitely see how it's getting really nice color on it though. That's what we're looking for, because that's our flavor. Okay, so here's our carrots. And I'm gonna put those on the bottom rack and keep the salmon on top. That way it can get a little bit crispy. And let's do about 10 minutes to start. Just to be safe. That way I can see how fast the salmon is cooking. We don't want to overcook that beautiful piece of fish. Pretty much, Finn. Yeah. We're going to caramelize the cabbage a little bit. Slap Sammy with that fish. You know what, guys? Funny story. I've been slapped by a steak before. And the sound of it like peeling off my face was disgusting. I would never wish that upon anybody. One of the guys at 100. So that's what happens when you work in a kitchen with all guys. Abuse. I wish it was dry age so it didn't like stick to my face and go like when it pulled off. Pretty good story. I was definitely not expecting it. This was like my first year of cooking in a kitchen. And I had no experience, so they always bugged me. Yeah, slapped in the face with meat. That happened, guys. And here I am. Just made me better. Okay, potatoes are boiling. They're looking good. I'm gonna test our cabbage right away to see how crunchy it is still. And then don't forget to season the cabbage as well. Even though we're gonna season the mashed potatoes, you definitely want to season the cabbage when it's cooked by itself. Yeah, here I am with all my little online crazies. Ish. You know what? It has a kitchen that's very functional, and we're gonna do some upgrades to it. So definitely need like a bigger island for me to be able to stream out of it, and upgrade the hood vent right now because it has a really crappy one. But other than that, it's really nice. It's spacious. Definitely workable. But not as nice as this. But sometimes you have to accept that, right? Everything takes time. Okay, let's try the fattest piece of cabbage I can find. Like these ones. It's still a little crunchy, so we'll push it a bit more. Oh yeah, the plans are already in the works, Tristan. We already know exactly what we want to do. Lori, you are correct in saying that. I'm sorry. I'm gonna upgrade the computer on Thursday. Hopefully the stuff is gonna come in from Amazon. So just bear with me right now. Just pretend I'm a little mime on here, but hopefully the couple of seconds won't bug you too much. Caleb, thank you for the follow. I'm sorry I missed that. Sometimes I turn my back and I just miss it. Unwatchable. Yeah, for sure, Tristan. My dad's really good at doing that stuff as well, though. Fully trust him with anything. Half a second. Okay, well, we're having a good day then. You know what? Let's get a little check on our potatoes as well. They're about halfway there. Yeah, I have seen Napoleon Dynamite. Hilarious movie.
You know, I'm upgrading to a PC, so I guess you could say things are getting pretty serious.
I was wondering what that link was. Oh, I love that part.
Yeah, I've been chatting with babes online all day. Tina, come and get your dinner.
Classic movie. Good one, guys. Good one. I need a peek. I have to. We're looking good. A quesadilla. Binging like Babish. Yeah, he's huge on YouTube, but he only has a couple of videos up on Twitch. I stumbled upon him a couple days ago. He is really fun to watch though. There's not a lot of us, I guess, cookers on Twitch. But if you find us, we're all pretty good and entertaining. Another one is Cookery Nation. Or Twin Vaders. Those are some of my faves. The Vaders are out of London, Caleb. So I don't know if you'll ever be able to meet them or something like that. But for sure, check them out. They're hilarious. They're twin brothers that cook. And I am going to get my digital thermometer out just to check my salmon temp. So for it to be done like a perfect medium, we'll look for about 145 degrees Fahrenheit in the center. If you're aiming for well done, bump that up to 155. I love Gordon. Probably one of my favorite chefs. For sure, Stella. Yeah. Favorite celebrity chefs? Oh man, I don't even know if I can list them all. Canadian ones, definitely Chuck Hughes. Had the biggest crush on him when I was younger. And Lynn Crawford is a huge inspiration for me as well. Other ones, Jamie Oliver for sure. I grew up with Martha Stewart and Emerald on, I guess, Food Network on TV. Bobby Flay, yeah, he's super entertaining. I love his show Beat Bobby Flay. Super, super good. I've never seen that, Stella. Alton Brown, though, definitely one of my faves as well. Okay, let me just clear this area because I'm going to pull the salmon out. Yeah, Alton Brown. I love his episodes. They're super thorough. And they go more into the science part of cooking, which I definitely like. He has a lot of knowledge. I mean, there's a ton of celebrity chefs out there compared to even, say, 10 years ago. Oh, Rick Bayless. Yep, heard of him. Yeah, totally Food Bill Nye. Okay, that was my timer. Let's check this guy out. Carrots are roasting up really nice. Just gonna give this one more stir real quick. Don't forget about the cabbage. And let you guys check out our salmon that's looking unreal so far. See all that fat coming out? Beautiful. So you're gonna want to temp at the thickest part. Sounds good, Jules. Sounds good. I should be probably another 20 minutes. So salmon is at 111. Let me just check the carrots. I might leave this out for a couple of minutes just to let the carrots catch up. So we don't want to overcook our salmon at all. Those smell really good. Like really, really good. And they're still hard. So let's put that into our middle rack in the oven and let them go on their own for at least 8 minutes. Salmon is good to just chill out. We're good, nothing's gonna happen to it. And then this, at 425 Fahrenheit, this should come up to around 140 within 10 minutes. So like I said, it would take about 20 minutes to cook the salmon. You've never made chimichurri? It's super easy to make. You can either blend it or cut all your herbs by hand. It really depends on what you're looking for in your sauce. But lots of people do like making it pretty chunky. But it's so good with steak and like anything roasted. Okay guys, potatoes are done. So I'm gonna strain those off. And I can probably turn this cabbage off as well, because it will continue cooking in the pan a little bit as it sits there. So steamy. Potatoes are molten lava when they're hot, so always be super careful. Handy dandy potato masher. And this is for Finn. Just a touch of butter. You know how it is. Kind of mashed potatoes without butter. Do a couple tablespoons. You're good. Call it a day. We're just gonna lightly mash these to start. Just break your potatoes up. And then let's add our sour cream right now as well. Potatoes are lava because if you get that potato starch on you at all, it will just stick to your skin and burn. It's kind of like hot sugar. Holy, this is some thick sour cream. Probably want a good cup of sour cream in here. So you can see those are starting to soften up now. You don't have to be super aggressive with mashed potatoes either, because you don't want them to get gluey at all. You want them to stay nice and fluffy. I am not currently working in the food industry, but I am taking on some side catering jobs. But other than that, I am not working in any industrial kitchens or professional kitchens anymore. Just for now. We'll see how it goes. I just needed a little break, Lori. Little break. Okay, let's add about a 1/3 cup more sour cream. It wasn't creamy enough. Okay, let's not overmix that anymore. I still have to add a little bit of salt and pepper to my cabbage before I mix it into the potatoes. Let's go light and just start with about a teaspoon. Give that a little taste. Tastes good. Oh, you're not weird, Stella. Chunky mashers are okay by me. Yeah, Lori. It got super crazy. It just wasn't even worth it to work that hard and not make any money. Oh, I guess we can add in our scallions as well. Or green onions. If you didn't want to mix these in though, you could also garnish with it. That's no problem. And I think I'm going to switch back to my spoon now. Just because I know the cabbage is going to get stuck in the potato masher. That's our carrots, which I'll check in just a second, guys. Okay, next thing I need to do is just take a little taste. And see where our salt level is at. Huh? Okay, let's check these guys out. They're getting all nice and blistery. They're looking good. Just gonna test these with a fork once again. Always test the bigger pieces as well, because that's what takes the longest to cook. Still a little bit crunchy. Let us do 2 more minutes and then we'll put the salmon back in. It's true, it is, isn't it? Get it out of here. Thanks, guys. Keep me on point. Thank you for the follow, Lori. Welcome to the stream. let's season up our Colcannon. I would say this needs about a teaspoon of salt as well. So in total, because we already seasoned the cabbage, we have 2 teaspoons of salt in here. And I like pepper in my mashed potatoes, so I'm just gonna put a little bit. And we should be good. Delicious. So that can just get covered now. Totally fine if it sits there for a couple minutes until we get our salmon and carrots good to go. It is super good. I don't usually put nutmeg in my mashed potatoes, but that's totally personal preference. I know that's like the more old school way to do it, so by all means, I'm sure that would taste great in here. Perfect. Okay, salmon is going back in, guys. Let's do 7 minutes just to be sure. And I could even temp this one more time before it goes back in. It's still at 110, so we want to bring it up to 140. And then guess what? All we have to do left is make our cream sauce up. Let's aim to have that done by the time the salmon and carrots come out. It's all about timings, guys. And you know I'm going to start with some butter here as well. Just a touch to saute the onion in. But we are going to strain out the onion before we put in the dill and the capers. It is a very strong flavor, so I know a lot of people aren't a fan of it. But it's great in like festive spiced things like carrot cake or gingerbread cookies. Those things wouldn't taste the same if they didn't have nutmeg. Yeah, you definitely don't need much. That is true. You're crazy, Caleb. Potato soup. That makes sense. That really does, Lori. I could see that flavor being good. Okay, our butter is sizzling. Let's get our onions in there. And we're just gonna sweat those out. So sweating means that they're gonna turn more translucent in color. It's so true, Bran. Okay guys, I'm just gonna be right back, 2 seconds. Hold tight. back. Let's not forget about our lemon zest on the salmon for a garnish. That'll brighten it up quite a bit. So you can see our onions are starting to turn translucent. So this is where I'm going to pour in my cream. We don't want to brown these onions at all because then that's going to turn our sauce a darker color. That wasn't a ton of cream either, maybe about a cup. Yeah, nice and sweated. Just another cooking term. We'll let that cook out for about a minute or so and then we'll strain it. V-Alley, squad is right. What is up? How's your day going? Oh, that cream is looking good. I know you guys can't see it, but it's foaming up and bubbling really nice. Okay, we got a minute on our fish and stuff. And carrots. It's all coming together, guys. Microbiology, fun. I love biology. That was one thing I really, really was interested in. And it's so true, Finn. All of the cow. Classic. Okay, we got 20 seconds. We're getting Nancy. Oh, totally, Lori. Yeah, some stuff just needs those flavors. Even if you don't like it. Like, the people that don't like onions probably don't realize how much onions they have eaten that's been snuck into sauces or soups, right? This pan is nuts. It always like works when I take it out of the oven. And it's super sizzly. I know you guys love those sounds. So I can already tell that this salmon is done because we can see the fat coming out of it here. I don't even have to temp that. So it's kind of like when you cook a steak. When the blood comes out, you know it's starting to turn about medium rare. So same thing with salmon, just it's white instead. Let's get a little test on these carrots once more. So carrots are just tender. I'm gonna turn the oven off, but leave them in. And they should soften up perfectly. So last thing we gotta do, strain our sauce. We're straining the onions out because we want our sauce to stay nice and smooth. And if you have to, kind of press down on the onions because they might have soaked up some of the cream. I am making food for 4, but we do like to have leftovers for lunches the next day. So usually around 6 to 8 portions is what I make on stream. And then depending on how thick this cream has gotten, I might not have to cook it at all. I can just mix in the fresh dill and the capers and we should be good to go. Lori, no problem. I am here to answer them. Don't even be sorry. He's here. So guys, we don't have a ton of sauce, but the sauce isn't really the point of eating the salmon. We want the salmon to stay the star of the dish and just lightly coat it in our cream. Totally. Tristan says, add the lemon pepper. More. Sounds good, Tristan. Okay. Get this little mix in. It's gonna be nice and dilly, a little bit briny from the capers. But it is a nice consistency. So it should just coat the salmon. I think I do have to get a little taste on it first though. Mmm. It's really nice. It's a little bit sweet. Oh, hollandaise would be great. Kind of does look like tzatziki, hey? It just needs a touch of salt. Like maybe a 1/4 teaspoon. Not much though. Oh, it's fine, Stella. You've taken over for Jim. He's the one that usually can't type. You can do it. Okay, I'm just gonna move this salmon tray over and start a little plate up. Let's get our carrots out. Posh is upset. Sorry, guys. She says, Dad's home. Dad's home, guys. That's our really, really mean guard dog. Okay, our wonderful Colcannon. Let's get a nice mound of that in the center of our plate. Build some height up. Like so. Spatula for the fish and the carrots. We'll do our carrots on the side. Just a classic plating. It's Irish food, right? It's simple. We're just gonna let it speak for itself. Like so. And now I will turn the cam down for you guys. And I am probably going to split this just in half. Along the backbone line anyways, so salmon lays out that part really nice for you if you have a big fillet like this. And I might have to use my knife because I want it to still look really nice. Just make sure you don't cut on the metal with your knife. Don't ruin it. A little close up, show you how juicy it is still. So we didn't want to cook any of that fat out. We wanted that to stay in the salmon really nice and moist. Probably just gonna pick off that little piece here. Just for plating purposes. We're making it look pretty right now. And then all I have to do is grab my sauce. And whenever you drizzle a sauce over a piece of whatever, be it meat or vegetables, it's called napping. So it should just fall over it. It shouldn't just run off really quickly. And I usually don't like to cover my full piece with sauce. You want to still see what you're eating, right? Get a little rotation on that. And I think we're good, guys. Yeah, it sucks. Just terrible. Nope, never fancy. Okay, now you know it's taste time. I've tasted everything separately, pretty much the whole way, but you always want to make sure it tastes good together. I'm gonna start with the carrots. Whiskey, honey, butter, and garlic glazed. Delicious. They're really nice and sweet, but not from the honey. That's not what you taste. You taste more of the carrot sweetness than anything. The whiskey is not overpowering at all, and neither is the garlic. So you taste more of the carrots still, even though we dressed it with some pretty strong flavors. Next thing is going to be the Colcannon. I'll take a part that didn't touch the sauce. You get that like little bit of earthiness from the cabbage, especially because we browned it just a little bit. And then obviously the creaminess of our potatoes. Staple Irish food. And now the salmon. I'll taste it without the sauce first. You should always do that. Make sure you seasoned it really nice. I can't even help that reaction, Caleb. I just get so excited. The salmon is perfect. Perfectly juicy. It's not overcooked at all. And obviously the thicker part is going to be less cooked than the belly part. But the belly part is going to be more flavorful because it has more fat in it. So that's totally up to you. That's your choice. Yeah, pro head bobber. I love that. Okay, let's get a piece with the sauce on it. Yep. That dill sauce definitely brings the whole dish together. It's delicious. It still doesn't overpower the flavor of the salmon though, which is exactly what I wanted. And guess what, guys? I totally forgot the lemon zest on top, but it's not going to be a bad addition. I'm going to do it right after this stream. But just know that everything is fine on its own. The lemon zest is not actually needed. Don't forget the dog too. Oh, there's life over there. The beard is coming to life, guys. All right. Thank you everyone for watching. It's great to see all the new faces once again. I can't believe there's 20 of us in here still. I will see you guys tomorrow. I stream from around 2:30 p.m. PST to around 6 p.m. every night. So if you're ever making dinner, feel free to even give me an email a day ahead if you want to cook with me, and I'll email you the recipe and the instructions of what to do. And for all you newbies, don't forget to hit that follow button. That way you'll be notified when I go live, and all of my social pages are on my channel page as well. Just click the header, I guess, at the top of the link, and you'll be good to go. I post on Instagram every single day, so you won't miss a thing. And thank you for reminding me, Tristan. Tomorrow I will be making a lasagna from scratch, noodles and all. Thank you to Tristan because he donated $10 to me last week, and that was his request. So cheers, everyone. Thank you for watching my little Irish stream, and I hope to see you again. Cook with Kate is out.